How red light therapy improves your sleep. As you know by now, light is nothing but the visible spectrum of rays that get detected by our eyes, but did you know that various lights can have different effects on your mind? Well, believe it or not, the spectrum of lights can indeed affect your state of mind. Before we get started, make sure to hit the red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon. How can lights affect your mind? If you have seen someone suffering from epilepsy, then you know how scary it can be. People who have epilepsy can get a seizure out of nowhere, and flashing lights are the primary cause. Our eyes are directly connected to our brains by the optic nerve, and everything you see gets carried to the lateral geniculate nucleus region of our brain. It's there where the visual impulses that we see get converted to actual objects that we visualize. In about 3% of people, flashing lights or a specific pattern of lights can trigger a seizure. Now, if lights can trigger seizures, it can also affect other parts of the brain connected to our sleep cycles, mood, anxiety, and so on. But we will not go too in-depth with details and instead get back to the topic of today's video. How red light therapy can improve your sleep. Light, as you know, is a spectrum of visible rays, and the colors in that spectrum start from violet, blue all the way to red. In this spectrum of light, a red beam of light has the highest wavelength, and while violet has the shortest wavelength. Since blue is very close to violet, it is also one of the shortest wavelengths in the spectrum. You have often seen in advertisements how blue lights can affect your sleep, and hence you should get light bulbs that have a blue light filter. Even on your phone, there is a feature called the night or reading mode that filters out the blue light so that you can have a good night's sleep. If blue is the shortest side of wavelength and can worsen your sleep cycles, red being the highest wavelength can improve your sleep. It's not rocket science, and the data backs the theory. Blue lights keep your brain alert, which is worse for your sleep, while red light helps your brain relax. Red light therapy was first introduced by Dr. Finson, who used it to treat lupus vulgaris patients and helped cure almost 804 patients. He was even awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology for his very successful treatments. That's why top psychologists and psychiatrists researched red light therapy and found that it can indeed help improve our sleep cycles. They conducted various studies, and the data that came out of the studies were very positive. In one such study, the participants were divided into two groups. One group was named red, and that's the group that received the red light therapy, while the other group called blue didn't. The red group saw remarkable improvements in their sleep cycles, particularly the REM sleep. REM stage is the stage where our brain begins to form dreams, and it's perfect for the health of our brain. Do you get the feeling like you are exhausted, especially after you get up from sleep? That's sleep inertia for you, and it happens when you don't get enough REM sleep. A proper sleep cycle includes the REM sleeping stage, and participants from the red group were the ones who got the highest REM sleep stages. The study was conducted for 2 weeks, but the red group only got the treatment for the first week and immediately showed improvements. Even though they didn't get the treatment in the next week, they still retained the good sleep from the previous week. All in all, this shows how much of a difference the red light therapy can make. So, should you get a red light therapy? And how can you get one? This therapy is mainly recommended to those who work as medical professionals or emergency responders, as they usually don't get a good sleep, or even those who are shift workers. But as usual, it's best to contact a psychologist first to confirm whether you are the right candidate for this therapy. As for how you can get one, it's best to buy a professional red light device that is certified to work in red light therapy. You might be thinking, why can't you just get typical red LED light bulbs that don't cost that much? And the answer is you can actually, but it may not be that effective. Lights are a spectrum, and the regular red light bulbs don't fall in the proper range to be that effective. A certified red light LED device, on the other hand, has been tested to ensure it has the correct range for the therapy to work. So, guys, what do you think about this therapy? Please drop your questions in below comment box and share this video with your friends. If you like watching such content, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. I will be back with another video soon.